In this video, we pick up where we left off last time at Plaza del Rei. Plaza del Rei, or the King Square, was the site of the royal palace, the residence of the Spanish monarchs. We read that upon his return from America, Columbus might have been received by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella on these very steps in March 1493. Standing on this square, you can almost imagine the scene. This is one of my favorite spots in the Gothic Quarter. It's serene, austere, slightly tucked away from the shops and cafes that break the illusion that you're not in the Middle Ages or the medieval times. This is presently the site of the Barcelona History Museum, which describes the history of Roman Barcelona and displays ancient underground ruins from the first few centuries. The amount of archaeological study that went into preserving and identifying these ruins to tell us what they once have been is mind-blowing. My spatial 3D imagination could only go so far though, so these reconstruction videos really helped. These stones we saw used to be the foundation of a church in the 7th century. Isn't it amazing? Whether or not you're a history enthusiast, this is an excellent museum to visit and would give you an appreciation of how the modern city has been built upon ancient foundations. Aside from the church, we also saw the ruins of a laundry and dyeing workshop, a garum or fish sauce factory, and a winery. Look how small the city used to be in the 5th to 7th centuries. The second floor of the museum houses an exhibition titled Feeding Barcelona, which goes through the history of food supply and consumption in Barcelona and highlights how important a concern and focus this has always been for the city. An institution, Consell de Cent, Catalan for a Council of 100, was created in 1249, and one of its main tasks was to guarantee food supplies and safety in Barcelona. Although this council no longer exists, the government's intervention continues today with the network of municipal markets and has been very successful and highly regarded, earning Barcelona the honor of being the world's sustainable food capital in 2021. At the end of the visit, we exited the museum back to Plaza del Rei. In a small square next to the Barcelona Cathedral, we came across the monument to the heroes of 1809. It commemorates the people who were executed after attempting to overthrow Napoleon's French troops occupying Barcelona during the Peninsular War. The heroes' remains were transferred to and buried in the cathedral. Easily missed beside the north entrance to Barcelona Cathedral is a small stone sculpture of Wilfred the Hairy. Yes, that is his title. He was said to be extremely hairy. He didn't even need an armor. He united the region and is considered the founding father of Catalonia. Another noteworthy spot in the Gothic Quarter is Plaza de San Felipe Neri, a square that is named after the Church of Saint Philip Neri standing on it. To its right is the School of Saint Philip Neri, which is still operational and uses the square as a playground. During the Spanish Civil War in 1938, the Italian Air Force supporting Francisco Franco's nationalist movement dropped bombs on Barcelona. Some fell on the church and the square, killing 42 people, most of whom were children from the school, and others who sought refuge inside the church. We could still see the evidence of the bombings in the facade of the church, although the party responsible tried to cover the incident up by telling a false story that the marks were caused by bullets from firing squads executing priests from the church. Antoni Gaudí, the famous Catalan architect whose works can be seen all over Barcelona, used to frequent this church for daily prayers and confessions. In fact, he was walking to this church on June 7, 1926, when he was hit by a tram, an accident that led to his death 3 days after. And do you know that the rock band Evanescence used this site on their music video for My Immortal? The clip shows Amy and children playing in the square. To end this video, do you notice the different gargoyles adorning this site of the Barcelona Cathedral? We spotted a cow, a unicorn, and an elephant. See you in the next one.